Now, the U.S. government recently took aim at the four sons of the notorious Mexican drug trafficker Joaquin El Chapo Guzman in a crackdown on deadly fentanyl. Now, the indictments described wanton murder and torture by El Chapo's sons to protect and expand their dominance of the Mexican drug trade. They tortured rivals with electrocution, and some were fed dead and alive to tigers kept by Ivan Jesus Guezman. In recent years, the drug fentanyl has fueled a surge in U.S. opioid overdose deaths. A potent synthetic opioid drug, fentanyl, is approximately 100 times more potent than morphine and 50 times more potent than heroin as an analgesic. Now, the U.S. Justice Department named the Chapitos and the Sinaloa cartel that they inherited from their now imprisoned father as the primary source of the synthetic opioid. They also singled out the Chinese firms for sanctions for allegedly selling chemical ingredients to the Sinaloa cartel to manufacture fentanyl. The Justice Department said the four sons, especially Ovidio, the youngest, pioneered the flood of fentanyl into the U.S. since about 2014. He earned millions for the northern Mexico-based operation. The Chapitos have previously been charged in the U.S. drug cases. Washington is already seeking the extradition from Mexico of Ovidio after his arrest there in January. Now, the new cases describe a brutal cartel viciously expanding its operations and focusing on fentanyl. Remember, El Chapo was imprisoned for life in the United States in July of 2019, and the brutality is not restricted to feeding rivals to tigers. Sometimes, to test freshly made batches, the cartel gave it to people who were tied down. Instead of shooting one woman dead, they repeatedly tried out fentanyl on her until she overdosed. And in another case, they had injected an addict with newly made fentanyl to gauge its strength. Widely used in hospitals during anesthesia and for pain relief, fentanyl has become a major black market narcotic in the United States. Overdose may result in stupor, changes in pupil size, cold and clammy skin, cyanosis, coma, and respiratory failure leading to death. Now, the presence of a triad of symptoms such as coma, pinpoint pupils, and respiratory depression are strongly suggestive of opioid poisoning. We are now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.